her ballot.
Innovation, impact, and change.
Rachel Weber.
Olga Zabashko. Hi, honey. How was your day? Dinner will be ready in just a second.
Dinner's not ready yet? Isn't this your only job?
I'm sorry. I was doing the laundry and it took a little longer than I thought.
I don't really care. Just serve dinner, please.
So, the elections are on Tuesday. I was reading the Sunday news the other day, and I was really interested in the candidates' platforms. Do you know who you're voting for yet?
You don't really think you understand what's going on with the issues, do you? Do me a favor and get me a drink.
But there are women, such as Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton. They're fighting for our rights. It's not always going to be like this, you know.
A woman's place is not in politics, nor in business, but in the home. Do you understand me? You have your sphere, I have mine.
But I want you to listen to me.
Look, sweetie, don't take it so personally. That's just the way it is. There have been scientific studies that prove your brain is smaller than mine. I read in the paper just the other day that a woman's brain can be as much as 12% smaller than a man's. Women are mentally and physically inferior. And it's not because of any personal shortcomings on your part, it's just the way you're made. It's how society functions.
But those studies are false. Women are just as capable as men.
I will hear no more of this nonsense. I am the man, and I said no.
He says no. But who is he to hold me back? My husband. A man. I know. But I wish just for one day I could rise above man's word and choose for myself. When our founding fathers wrote the Declaration of Independence and said that all men were created equal, they left out me and my mother and my sister and my daughter and forever imprisoned women to a life of subjugation and restraint. Until now. Thank you for having me for tea, Elizabeth.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Susan. Please, sit down. I'm glad to finally have some time to relax with an old friend. I've just been so busy planning.
Oh, you must be exhausted, taking care of the household and children, as well as planning for the upcoming convention. But it's worth it, though, isn't it? I know our hard work will leave an impact in the long run.
And not only for us. This innovation is for our daughters and granddaughters and future women everywhere.
Women all over the world are plagued by the strangling hand of man. But right here and right now, we will start the process of change.
You're right. It's 1848, yet nowhere in the world are women treated as equals of men, socially, politically, economically.
In China, women are secluded in the inner quarters of their homes, subjugated by fathers and husbands. They are forced to stay home and take care of the children, with their hands bound figuratively and their feet bound literally.
In Great Britain, the woman belongs to the man. Her property, wages, and identity are absorbed by her husband on their wedding day. Wives and daughters alike are controlled by the marionette strings in the hands of their husbands and fathers.
In Afghanistan, women are limited in their clothing and even their movement in public. With few educational, political, and economic opportunities, women in Afghanistan live a life run solely by men. All around the world,
man has deprived woman of her right to vote.
He has never given her a voice.
He has oppressed her.
He has made her, in the eye of the law, civilly dead.
He has taken her property, her wages, and her identity.
Elizabeth, do you realize that in merely 6 days' time, we will spark a reaction for change at the convention in Seneca Falls?
The convention will be a leap forward in our search for recognition. You and I and all of the women in America who are ready to stand up will start a movement and not stop until we achieve our goal.
All men and women are created equal. What is right for a man to do is right for a woman. It has been more than 20 years since the Seneca Falls Convention of 1848, yet our campaign for change seems stagnant. Ladies, do not forget our initial goal that we're still working tirelessly to achieve. To vote in an election and by doing so make our voices heard, is the embodiment of our right as citizens. Join me today, my friends, and cast your ballots, as I already have, to become the integral part of society that man has been denying us since the beginning of time.
Susan B. Anthony, you are under arrest for knowingly and illegally casting your vote.
We cannot wait for the old men in Washington to sign a piece of paper. We must act now. Organize, agitate, educate. Mommy, the newspaper man came.
Thank you, dear. Let me see that. It passed! It passed!
What passed?
The amendment, the 19th Amendment, it passed! Do you realize what this means, honey? These years and years of tireless fighting for our rights are all worth it now. Now, women across America will have the right to vote. How proud Mother must be. Did you know your grandma voted, against the law, of course, with Susan B. Anthony in the election of 1872?
Who's Susan B. Anthony?
Dear, you are so young. Susan B. Anthony was one of the greatest women to ever walk the earth. And because of her and your grandmother and thousands of other American women, you will one day vote in an election. You probably don't even realize how much your life has changed in just one day, with just one piece of paper. This small, long-awaited addition to our Constitution has innovated society. By recognizing on paper women as equals of men, it designates a change in our nation. You're going to go places. You know that, sweetie? Go where? Why, anywhere you want. Nothing's holding you back now. (1926) Gertrude Ederle makes a splash in history. First woman to swim the English Channel.
1933. Frances Perkins becomes the first female cabinet member.
1945. Harvard Medical admits women for the first time.
1948. Margaret Chase Smith becomes the first woman elected to both houses of Congress.
1981. Order in the Court. Sandra Day O'Connor becomes the first woman named to the Supreme Court.
1997. Madeleine Albright is appointed as the first female Secretary of State.
2008. Hillary Clinton makes a mark on the American people in her campaign for president.
Hi, hon. Thanks for making dinner. How was work?
Oh, it was good. What about you? You're home late tonight.
Oh, there were some problems at work that I had to figure out, but it's all right now. Plus some last-minute campaigning.
That's right. We better finish this up and get going to vote soon. The polls close at 9. It's your big day, honey. Tomorrow, you'll be a local councilwoman.
I sure hope so. I want this position more than anything.
You will be.
How can you be so sure?
Because I know you. You started out as merely an intern, and look at you now. You've risen up the ranks through your own sheer determination. And throughout this election season, you've petitioned, campaigned, and worked harder than any of the other candidates. It's about time we have a strong female voice in our county anyway.
And in the words of Elizabeth Cady Stanton, because man and woman are the complement of one another. We need women's thought in national affairs to make a safe and stable government.
Couldn't have said it better myself. But let's get going. We've got to vote too, you know.
All right, go on. I'll meet you in the car. I am a woman. I am voting. I am running. I am making a difference.
Thank you.